This is the second day here, and I'm heading out the house, and right there, that's a squirrel right by my house here. Guys, I don't know if you saw the video a couple weeks ago, but I'm still questioning the idea that there may be some rabies issues going on the farm. I don't know what happened with that squirrel. It's not normal for one of the cats to get one. Ah, yes, another beautiful day on the Stony Ridge Farm. This is not a very romantic day on the farm, guys. We're gonna ride over. Already got the four-wheeler running. I've been running trash and stuff around. Cows are on the other side of the farm. Today, we're gonna be handling a bunch of, I guess, just daily chores. I hope you guys will follow along as we enjoy the daily chores of the farm here. Gonna get the cows moved. We're gonna show you guys where we're gonna be building some new fencing later on in the video. And we're gonna be gathering up all of our fencing materials and trying to take an inventory of everything that we're gonna need as we start building new fencing on the farm. So first, let's take care of the critters. I don't know if I'm gonna roll a bale of hay out to them or if I'm just gonna open them up to a new section of green grass. It is super dry here. We got a little bit of rain. Thank you guys for your thoughts and prayers, but it's not enough, and it's not been enough for the cows. I'm just glad we decreased the cattle numbers here. So let's get on out and start farming. Hey-ho! Guys, this tractor will run soon, I promise. What do you think of my glasses? Make you want to snip it through a Slim Jim. We're gonna get on down here and get through the woods, see what's up with the cows. I can hear them over here mooing, and it's kind of like your kids crying, you know? You gotta see what's going on, right? Man, I get sidetracked easy. Squirrel! By the way, there is a family of squirrels that lives right here. This is debris that I've been picking up out of the pastures. If you didn't catch the video dragging the new hayfield, this is all the debris that I've been picking up. These are all pieces of wood that were stumps. And when I light this on fire, as soon as we've got a burn ban right now, as soon as the burn ban is lifted, I'm gonna have a huge bonfire down here and have all my friends down. It'll be pretty cool. We do a little Thursday night get together most every week. We call it Friday Junior, and that's my Friday Junior burn pile. Let's go get them cows. Okay, be very, very quiet. The cows are in this pasture right here, but I want to show you something. Slow down. There we go. I want to show you something before we get the cows down here, and they're going to be super excited. They're always super excited to eat. So where we're going to start the next fencing project is right here. There's going to be a gate installed right here, and we're down by the waterfall here on the Stony Ridge Farm. I'm gonna bring the gate right here, and there'll be a gate post, and we're gonna head all down through here. I'm just gonna kind of give you guys a little idea of where we're gonna go with this fencing project. So this creek is a big creek down here, and this is where my waterfall is. We'll go over and take a look at that in a second too. So we're coming straight down through here, all the way down through here. But we've got to be aware of this creek right here. There's a deer running. That's pretty awesome. This creek gets out of its banks. Sometimes it'll be like ankle deep right here, and I've got to be aware of that. I want to fence in the maximum area with the least amount of impact on the creek and on nature, and the least amount of worry for me, worrying about this being a hazard for the fencing as we bring it through here. Because when that creek gets up and it's knee deep right here, it's going to get into the fence and it's going to potentially wash away the fence. So we've really got to think about that. And if a lot of debris comes from up the creek and hits this fence, it's going to push it over. I've seen it happen in the bottomland over here, and this is more bottomland. At some point, all of this, we're going to get in here with a forestry mulcher, and all of this is going to be mowed back. And I think what I really need to do, come in here with the mulcher and mulch this entire area. So we got about 3 acres back in here that we're just not utilizing, and it needs to be utilized for pasture. If I decide to come straight through with the fence and go straight this way, then we'll fence in this entire bottom area right here. And this is a really neat little bottom. If I don't decide to do that, I may take the fencing, come right in through here and shoot right straight down the creek, all the way through to another creek crossing, which is right up here, and then another creek crossing, which is down there. My brain tells me that the smart thing to do here, gosh, this is going to be a monumental project. We're talking about, this is a mile of fencing, at least a mile of fencing. It's going to be an expensive project. Gosh, I'm a little concerned financially of putting this fence in, and it's a lot of work on me. And this is going to be a 6-month long project. So anyhow, we're going to take inventory of all our fence posts and everything later today. We're down here at the Stony Ridge Falls, and the Stony Ridge Falls will not be fenced in down here, so the cows will not have access. This is just a beautiful area on the farm. Let me show you. So this is my natural waterfall that comes down through here. Again, we call it the Stony Ridge Falls. It's absolutely gorgeous. You want to talk about a nice little swimming hole to dip into and cool yourself off in the summertime. Super cool. And also a fun place to catch minnows for going fishing, and a little spot for a bonfire right down here. I enjoy that too. Might ought to start piling some of them sticks right here so I can do a bonfire in this area. Turkey signs everywhere down here. The turkey's been scratching up all over everywhere. That's a good sign. So, gosh, I'm almost, I'm dreading this fence project. Honestly, it's a major undertaking, and I can already tell I've got to get in here with a forestry mulcher and clean all this out. This is a major undertaking. Gotcha. Grass. This is greener grass than what the cows are on. You can tell it's just brown right here, but I'm having to feed hay in order to stall the cows while we're in this drought condition so that we get some grass. We just don't have any. Let me show you what I got going. So here's the conundrum. I got grass here, but it's like ankle high. This is enough for the cows to just get in here and graze for one day. It's not enough to keep the cows sustained. This is not enough to keep the cows sustained. I got 2 pastures over here that are starting to grow back, but if we put the cows on them right now, it's gonna stunt the growth of our grass, and we are gonna suffer through the entire summer here. I'll have to sell animals. It's not cool. We are in a pinch right now, a real pinch with this drought. We got some rain the other day and I thought, yes, we're getting out of it. And it only takes probably 3 days worth of rain to turn this around almost instantly. This is not enough for me to move these cows. I'm just nervous about it. Let me show you. This is not enough grass. These are seeding out. The seed heads are coming out and the grass is only 8 inches tall. That's just not enough, man. I'm really super concerned. And this is our cool season grasses. This is gonna mean a lot for the hay for next year as well. So, I don't know, I'm a little bit worried. Just a little bit worried. I know, I'm sorry. The cows look good, man. They look healthy. Everything looks good there, but I really want them on green grass. Okay, kids. I hear ya. Struggle bus. Oh, look at Blue Eyes right here. This is Blue Eyes. She is such a sweetheart. Hey kids. Hey kiddos. She just got a big old mouthful. All the babies are doing great. All the animals are doing great, guys. This is Susie. Hey Susie girl. You know your name, don't you? You just turned right around. Susie's probably one of the only animals that will let me just rub on her pretty much all over. We're starting to lose our winter coat. You guys can see that as I pull a little bit of hair out of Susie. And we get that horsefly off of you, girl. Everybody's looking pretty good. This is Cindy, by the way. Hey, Cindy. Everybody's looking happy and healthy despite this drought. We don't have the best quality hay right now. This is not a real high quality fescue hay, but the cows are chowing down on it, so I'm happy with it. Gosh, this is just super frustrating, and you're gonna see this in the grocery store, undoubtedly. You know, beef prices are already skyrocketing, but everything depends on rainwater, especially here in North Carolina. This is worrisome, super worrisome. The way I've let these cows graze this land back right here, it's gonna take it over a month, maybe longer, to recover. Not cool, not at all. I'm gonna take the ATV back over, hook up to another hay bale, have it staged for tomorrow, and we're gonna take you guys over here and show you some of the fencing materials that we're gonna be rounding up later on, and where we're gonna start the fence on the other side. I've got 4 bundles here, and 1, 2, 37. 37 in each bundle. So we got 4 bundles of 37 here. Then I've got some miscellaneous guys over here. These are 2-inch and these are 2.5 inch. These are turn posts, and these and also brace posts, and these are line posts, okay? Meaning a line post is all along the line. A turn post is one that's going to be used in a turn. And we'll take you and show you that real quick. Here, we're going to run over to the other area that needs a gate, and we'll show you guys where we're going to be running that. I'm going to go home in a minute and outline all this online so you guys can get a better picture of where we are. Get it, son. Hard right. Where we're riding right now will be in this section of pasture. We'll be fenced in right here. So here's an example of a turn post. So that is a corner post, that's a 4-inch, and that's a 2.5-inch, and that's welded up to another stubby that's in the ground over there. That is a turn post where the fence makes a turn. There's another couple of them up here. So that's a turn right there. It's just one right there. That's a turn with a brace. And these are our line posts. They're the 2-inch posts, and they're spaced 25 feet apart. 25 feet apart, and our fence is super tight. All the way down through here, 25 feet apart. This is a gate post. Okay, so that 2.5 is there. There is a stubby driven in the ground right here, and that's welded to that. And this is welded up. So 4-inch, 2.5-inch, and another, I think it's a 3-inch stubby that's driven 6 feet down into the ground, and that forms our gate post. There's one on one side and one on the other. These are all welded up. This ain't no joke. These are expensive posts, guys. Each one of these posts, and all this comes from Farm Fence Solutions in Worthington, Indiana. These posts are just super expensive. When I bought them, the line posts were like 17 bucks. I think now they're somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 bucks a pop. So thank goodness I stocked up on all this stuff before pricing went nuts. But fencing labor is absolutely crazy right now. I'll show you where this is going to connect up, and then I'll get you an overhead view of where we are and where we're starting and where we're finishing. You guys doing any math right now? Adding up how many posts you're seeing? Good gracious. Post, 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 everywhere. All right. We are on what is the property line across the creek over here. This is where I'm gonna be running my fence through. Do I need a forestry mulcher? I think so, bro. I think so, bro and lady. So I'm going to be going straight through here over to the new pasture that you guys just saw in a video. I was dragging it all smooth. So we pulled out a bunch of sticks and rocks and debris, smoothed that pasture out, and that pasture is where we're going to be fencing. We're fencing in an area that's probably, I'm going to say, in the neighborhood of 45 to 50 acres. We'll measure it on the computer, but we're going to come right off of this post, and this will serve as a gate post as well. And we'll have a gate right here, and we'll shoot straight through there, across the creek, all the way around all this perimeter, and all the way back to where we started, which is probably 500 yards that way. At least we have this portion of the fence already built. If I would have had all this land cleared prior to building this fence, we would have just fenced in the whole stinking farm. It's so much easier to build one gigantic perimeter fence and then come in and do cross fencing with that electric poly wire. So much easier to do that than it is to build perimeter fence, perimeter fence, perimeter fence, perimeter fence. And if I had known that, I would have prepared this place a little bit better, and we had built all the perimeter fence at once. But man, it just costs so much. So let's get you a good drawing of this whole area and where we're gonna start, and we'll put a little circle where we're starting right here and show you exactly where it's gonna go, and we gotta figure out how many feet of fencing it is and how many acres. We're gonna get you a time lapse through here to the next gate. We're gonna speed it up about 3 times as fast. So a gate right here, fencing goes that way. Right here, fencing goes that way. Woo! So where we stopped for the first gate is right here. You can see the line directly through here, through the woods, cuts along the property line, property line, property line, property line, property line, and all the way back through here for a grand total of 3,816 feet. Now, we've got to consider all of our places we're gonna have a corner post or a brace. So we've got one here. We'll have probably another one here, another one here, 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 and then at least one here, but we may do a contingency and have one right in here as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 brace post or corner post right there. So I need 11 of those 4-inch pipes, and I'm pretty sure I've got 11 of them, but I'm not positive. We're going to do inventory here very shortly. Those are about 280 bucks a pop, so that's super expensive. Now we're going to go ahead and get this whole area measured out so you guys know exactly how much we'll be fencing in. And I'm curious, I haven't done this yet either, so let's get in here and measure it all out. So we already have fencing in this location. We're gonna just go ahead and tackle that real quick. Okay. All right, now we're gonna start moving on to our measuring tool for the area we're gonna be fencing in. And this is a rough estimate of how much we're gonna be fencing in, but I think it'll give us a very good idea. 22.4 acres. So it's not as much as I thought it was going to be, but that's 22.4 acres. If we look at these various lines, we have to think about our line post and how many line posts we have right here. So I'm going to save this data so I'll know, but every 25 feet we have to have a line post, at least every 30 feet. We may be able to get away with it, but we're going to do a little bit of math, a little bit of figuring, and see how much we have. We need at least 10 rolls of wire. Each roll of wire is 330 feet, and I don't think we have all that. So I'm gonna tape up the pallet forks here because we got metal posts on metal pallet forks and they slip and slide everywhere. This tape will be torn all to pieces by the time I get done, but it'll help keep it from sliding on and off. I can tip it back, but it slides side to side pretty bad. pasture 7,000 right there, buddy. What a load of work, man. I had fencing materials on the top of a big ridge over here, on the next ridge over here, back over here. I just had fencing materials all over everywhere. This is the end result, and I have my list in my hand of everything that I need. After doing all the measurements, and I hope you guys enjoyed that little kind of a aerial farm tour. This is how I plan my fencing. We turned out to have about 3,850 feet of fencing. We're just gonna call it 4,000 feet of fencing pretty much. In order to accomplish that, I needed 12 corner posts-ish. I could get away with 10. Those are corner posts / turn posts, but I have a bunch of turn posts, so I feel like I'll be okay. I have, well, we'll go over there and take a look. I need stubbies, which I'll show you here in a second. I need brace posts, which I'll show you in a second. And I need turn posts, and I've got 10 turn posts in here marked up, and 180 line posts. So let's do a little math, and each one of these rolls of wire is 330 feet. Basically, I've got 7.5 rolls right here. I do have enough line posts. Each one of these bundles is 37, so totally have enough line posts. I bought 1,000 of these initially. These are my gate post, or my termination post, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those, which is perfect. These are my brace posts. I have plenty of those, absolutely. And these are my turn posts, and I have plenty of these as well. So I only needed 10. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, like, I don't know, 18 of those. And these are my stubbies for my braces as well. So we've got plenty of fencing materials minus the wire, and I'm gonna have to figure that out. Let me get my phone and figure it out. Hey Siri, what is 4,000 divided by 330?
It's approximately 12.1212.
12.1212. So I need 12 rolls basically. So I need about 5 more rolls, and that should get me by. I like to have some extra wire on hand in case I need it, in case I gotta fix a fence where a tree falls on it or something like that. So that'll give me plenty to get the job done. Gosh, whew, that's gonna be a job. 6 more rolls. I can't remember how much this stuff costs. I do have a good buddy of mine that's gonna come and help me out here. His name is Ryan Sloop Fence out of Mount Ula, North Carolina. Awesome guy. Once I get all this forestry mulch back in here, and you guys will see all those videos on the channel, we'll go ahead and start building these fences. So the gate right there, running fencing way up through there, all the way around this entire big new field, all the way back around and all the way down over there. It's gonna be a job. However, only 3 gates. I like that. We'll see you guys next time on the Stony Ridge Farm. Be sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back. This is what it takes to plan and build a farm. And you know, it's only gonna expand the grazing operation by about 24 acres, which is probably gonna give me capacity to run about 20 cows, 20 more cows, which is about 20 grand in profit per year, which over 10 years is 200,000 bucks. It's well worth it to do this cattle thing right now. I don't think it's well worth it to get into the cattle business right now, but they just reproduce. It's like a walking savings account. We'll see you guys next time on the Stony Ridge. Woo! Come on down to the Stony Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stony Ridge. Sunglasses back. Ah! Get out of my eye, fool! What do you think of my glasses? Make you want to snip it through a Slim Jim. Show you something. Slow down. There we go. Okay, kids. I hear ya. What are you doing, bud? I think I got a stick jammed up underneath here. Horsefly on my arm. There's plenty of cows to bite. I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat anything, Billy. Y'all come back now. You hear?